Get ready to match the stars. Joey Bishop, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Elizabeth Allen, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 77. And now here's the star of Match Game 77, Gene Rayburn.
How's Johnny Olson? Good. How you there? Look at who we got over here. Dandy Bunch. What?
I admire the way you dress.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you.
But I take issue with the fact that those are the same shoelaces you wore Monday.
Oh, they are. Well, I'm sorry. I can't change everything. Did the best I could, Joey. Okay. Very perceptive fellow, isn't he? Little cuckoo, but perceptive. Let's say hello to George Frederick over here. What do you say, George? He's won a lot of money. $9,650, and he won a game as we left the air last time and did very well with the first part of the audience match, and he's going to go for the big one, for the $5,000, right?
Right.
You ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll get all set up here while you're watching these messages. Hurry back, see if he wins the money. You're fired. Oh, hello there. Listen, he's going to go for the $5,000 now. He won the $500, which means he's playing for 10 times that amount, or $5,000. And remember to collect, George, you have to match one celebrity exactly, and you have to choose one now.
Richard.
Okay, Richard. Again we go. Say to me if you would, please, sir. Just get your ESP going, flowing over to Richard Dawson. Here it is. Tower of Blank. Tower of Blank. Okay, he's finished. Now we want you to give us an answer which you think will match his. Tower of
Power.
Tower of Power. That's an advertising slogan, isn't it? Really? Let's find out now.
What is it? I never heard of it.
Tower of Power. Isn't that an advertising slogan?
It's a
It's a singing
group.
group, isn't it? It's a singing group. Very well known rock and roll singing group. What do you say, Richard?
I swear I did not. I've never heard of that. Bless you. You were going to sneeze.
Yes, I did, but I
Tower
held it
of
back.
Pisa.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Or Tower of Babel. I've never
Tower
heard
of Babel is the one I would have said.
Never heard of the Tower of Power.
Yeah.
Have you?
Right. Well, okay, Tower of London is another good one, too. Well, George, you're up to $9,650. You're going to meet another player. Let's welcome Karen Levine. Levine. Levin. Levin.
Right.
Get up there, George. Karen Levin.
Right, that's right.
Levyn.
A little different.
Huh. Yes, Karen Levin. That's very interesting, Karen. What's the derivation of that name?
I don't know. It was my husband's name, so I don't know.
You took your husband's name?
Yeah.
You took your husband's name? Where are you from, Karen?
I'm from Los Angeles, and I've been a native Californian for many years.
Yep.
And I'm a preschool teacher down in Westminster, California.
Okay, good luck to Karen Levin.
Right.
A or B, my dear?
B.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Would you respond to this, please?
Certainly.
Ellen said to her mother, she says, Ma, I have good news and bad news. The good news is I'm going to marry a doctor. The bad news is it's Dr. Blank. Oh, I've got a good one for that. If I were only playing, could I answer that question?
There were two. Now, which one do you think is better? That?
Yes.
I think that's the better one, don't you?
That's one.
Well, now the other one is this one. How is that, Greg?
Well, I didn't have either of those in mind.
No.
It's up to you entirely.
Oh.
There's some good choices here. So think carefully. Whatever you
you-
think the lady will say, and she'll think and give us an answer, whatever you will say. Joey, you finished?
Yes,
Would
I'm
you
sorry.
please
I'm
start?
sorry.
Yes.
Karen. Ellen said to her mother, Ma, I got good news and bad news. The good news is I'm going to marry a doctor. The bad news is it's Dr. Blank.
Dr. Spock.
Dr. Spock.
No.
I don't. Why would that be bad news, Karen? He's a rather charming fellow, isn't he? What do you say, Joey?
It's wet.
Dr. Spock, would be really good news, right?
Would be good news. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad
Very
news.
hard for me. The only one I could think of would be bad news would be Dr. Jekyll.
Dr. Jekyll is a good answer. Yes?
Do you know that I think that he's getting smarter?
Yes, he is.
Do you know why? Because he's crazy about Cheryl, you know?
Yes.
And he's opening with her at the Sahara on February 3rd, and I think he's all overstimulated by that.
Oh.
And that's why he's getting better. Either that or he stole his answer from me. Dr. Jack.
All right, that's two of those. Charles?
Well, Dr. Brothers.
Dr. Joyce Brothers. That would have been my choice. That would be bad news for
That's
Mom.
bad. Right.
For some moms, anyway. What do you say?
I went with Dr. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Steenstein.
Dr. Jekyll.
Jekyll. Yes. Hyde.
Hi. Oh,
You got Hyde?
no, I have,
Are you Jekyll and Hyde?
No, I'm Frankenstein.
Oh, you're Frankenstein. Okay,
Steve.
so there's your first rounder, and yours will be long in a moment, but first we want you to see this. All right, are you ready? Okay, here we go. You want A or B, George? Oh, okay.
Well-
You take A. Fine, terrific. Ugly Edna is so ugly. I'm gonna tell you, for her, a blank is a beauty mark. That's how ugly Edna is. For her, a blank is a beauty mark. Already down here? Okay. They're almost ready, George. Now they are ready. Ugly Edna is so ugly, for her, a blank is a beauty mark.
Wart.
Okay. He said a wart.
Well, I'm not too fond of this word, but I thought that would be, I said a pimple.
A pimple. Pimple is not a wart. What do you say?
No, a pimple's something that'll go away. A wart, you'll have to have... I don't know. I'm very tired. I'm not well. I haven't smoked for 30 days. I don't know. I just did a very bad scar.
A very bad scar is a beauty mark.
Take pity on me.
Scar is a beauty mark. Charles?
There
Oh,
are
that's a good answer.
There are free clinics in the city you could take advantage of.
What are they? I'll straight for you. I'm silly ass.
No, I won't. Just rest. Your turn will be in 6 more minutes. Try to get the blood back to your face. The correct answer.
The wart. Yes. Hello, Elizabeth Allen. Ugly and so ugly for her, a blank is a beauty mark.
I went with Wart.
Okay. 2 for George. Richard?
Well, I haven't smoked for 6 minutes, and I said scar.
Are you all right? You're gonna be all right.
I know it won't.
Yes, you're gonna be all right.
Elizabeth stole my tie.
Elizabeth stole your tie, in addition. Oh,
I'm gonna
dear.
sell it in her
What
store.
a calamity. Now, Miss Fannie, honey,
I have
Wart.
wart. Pretty good for a first rounder, I'll say. Very good for a first rounder. 3 of those. Now, Karen, A or B?
B.
All right. Everybody plays. Here we go. Howard Cosell said, last night when I removed my toupee, I could not believe my eyes. There was blank growing under it. That's what Howard Cosell said. I could not believe my eyes. There was blank growing under it. It is a well-known fact, Karen, that Mr. Cosell wears a toupee.
I
Okay.
think we should have Howard Cosell on the show so that he can defend himself.
Do you think we ought to give him equal time?
Yes. Poor little thing.
No? I'm afraid he might get a belt in the mouth if he showed up here. Hello there, Karen.
Hello.
Howard Cosell said last night when I removed my toupee, I could not believe my eyes. There was blank growing under it.
Hair.
Hair. Well, good luck to Howard. Joey?
My first impulse was to write there was dandruff growing under it. But I also put hair.
Hair. One for Karen. Does Karen get two?
Well, he hadn't taken it off for so long. I said there was mold.
Mold. And you?
Boring moss.
Moss, mold, hair so far. Karen's looking for hair, Elizabeth.
I was going to say hair, and then I thought like Brett did, and I went with mold.
Mold. Now, you must match Richard and Fannie to stay in the game because at this moment the score is 3-1. Looking for hair.
I said grass.
Grass and mold, so that means George wins his 8th game. Come on down, George. All right. You know where to go. Get over there. You could do this without me. Karen, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Me too.
And we'll have gifts for you together with our thanks for being here on Match Game 77. And while she's spinning off, we want to spin some messages just for you. Put her there, pal. What are you doing here? I told you not to meet me here again. Listen, George has won 8 games. Can you believe that? He's got $9,750. He's just rolling along here, and he's going to have a go at another big whack of money as we come to the Big Money Super Match. We polled a recent studio audience, and we got their best response to this. Tip blank. Remember, it's $500 for the answer they gave most frequently, $250 for the second most popular, and $100 for the third. And let's see whom you call on. Richard?
Tip off.
Tip off. Basketball phrase.
Brett.
Tip top.
Okay.
Charles.
Tiptoe through the tulip.
Those are the 3. Tip off, tiptoe through the tulips, and tip top.
Tiptoe.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Very popular song of yesteryear. Here we go. Looking for tiptoeing through the tulips. May we see the $100 number? Tip off. All right, that was Richard's answer. Let's see if we get tiptoeing through the tulips out of the $250 number. Tiptoe. By Jove, he's got it. What do you think's under the big one, audience? Tip top. All right, Earl, slide it. You're right. Very good, audience. So listen, you picked up another $250, and now you're going to play for 10 times that amount, or $2,500, and you have to choose one celebrity.
Richard.
Richard, that's something new for you, isn't it, there? Okay, they're going steady now. They're an item, as a matter of fact.
Won a few shillings, you know.
That's right.
He
you
has,
have
what,
it.
$10,000 now?
He's got $10,000 even on the money.
And
Here
2
we go.
albums of the Tower of Power.
Prayer blank. Prayer blank.
Prayer, right?
Prayer blank, right. All right, George, give us an answer which you think will match Richard's, and you will enrich yourself by $2,500. Prayer blank.
Prayer breakfast.
The audience is letting you know something.
Hold one for you.
George, you've got $10,000. I hope you don't mind me saying this. You're weird. Now, you're going to give some of the money to your church, aren't you? Aren't you? You said you're going to give some of the money to your family, some to the church. Now, what do you pick up every time you ever go there? A prayer book.
Prayer book, of course.
A prayer book. Did you think of it at all?
I didn't think of prayer book.
Yeah, well, you
Are
kind
you sure there's a church that you're going to?
Yes.
I got a feeling he's up to Vegas.
What did he say?
He said
breakfast.
prayer breakfast was his response. And
I
of course,
never
it does
heard
not
of
match.
that.
But he picked up a few $100s here, and now he's going to meet another player. Let's welcome Ron Tonini. Okay, there you go. Hiya, Ron.
How you doing, Gene?
Okay, how you doing?
Pretty good.
He's doing very well,
I
isn't
noticed.
he? And now, let's find out where you're from and what you do, if anything.
I'm a student at San Diego State University, and I've enjoyed quite an unusual pastime the past 6 or 7 weeks. What I've been doing is perfecting the ideal question for the match game.
Really?
I think I got it down. Try this on.
Have you got one?
I think so.
Go.
Don't shoot, cried Judy as Eric pointed the gun at her head. Don't worry, she replied. It's not loaded with a real bullet, only with a blank. Think I'll buy it?
Yes. What are you majoring in school?
I'm a marketing student.
A marketing student.
I gave him a 9.
You gave him a 9?
Gave him a 9.
You gave him a
my
9.
number.
How would you respond to that if you were playing?
Well, it's a word that would turn this place into a garage.
All right, good luck to you, Ron. Anything else you want to tell us about yourself?
No, I think I covered
All
it.
right, here we go. Round 1 coming up, Ron. It's your turn to pick A or B.
I like B.
You want B? Okay.
Has
Here we
has it occurred to you that George has been on television longer than most of your shows?
That's right. It's exactly. He's been on here. He came here in 1976, and it's 1977 already.
He's still here.
He's still here. Arnie puts weight on in unusual places. Once he put 20 pounds on his blank. Arnie could be Edward, George, Sam, Bill, anybody who puts weight on in unusual places. Once he put 20 pounds on his blank. Okay.
Oh, shucks.
Thank you. Throw me your box already. Just toss it. I'm a good catcher. You won't hit her in the head. Whoops. That's Roger Dobkowitz, who I asked him to throw me the box of Kleenex, and he held up a sign that says, "Hello, Dad." Are you all ready? Okay. Oh, he's combing his hair now. Next thing you know, it'll be makeup. We're going to have to put some light on over there for him. Are you ready, Ron? Here we
I'm
go.
all set.
Arnie puts weight on in unusual places. Once he put 20 pounds on his blank.
On his head.
On his head. Somebody might say that. Head. What do you say, Joey?
Well, the opposite of head would be tails, so I put tush. 20 pounds on his behind. Right.
All right. 20 pounds on his bottom. What do you say, Brett?
I did a little play on words. I said he put 20 pounds on his back.
20 pounds on his back. Okay.
I'm sorry, Roger.
Looking for head here, Charles.
I said nose.
Nose. 20-pound nose. Wouldn't that be a sight to behold? What do you say, Elizabeth?
I said the same thing, nose.
2 noses. Once he put 20 pounds on his head.
Any man that can write a question deserves an answer. Head.
Right. Attaboy. There's one for Ron. Give him a little help, Fannie.
I wish I could.
Fannie. Fannie! Yes. Naturally. Okay, so there's one for you, and yours will belong later, but right now, this for you. Hello there. We don't have time to carry on and do another question here, but is there anything you'd like to say before we depart?
Goodbye.
Oh. You've run out of questions, have you, Ron?
I might have some more next time.
Have you got? You haven't got another one now, huh?
Not at the moment.
I see. Okay. George, we'll see you next time. Still got a minute. Is there anything, let's see, the name of your show is, with Don Rickles.
CPO Sharky.
CPO
NBC.
Sharky.
But don't forget her store, her new
Oh,
store.
her store. Yeah, where is it? Is that in Los
It's-
Angeles?
Yeah, it's here in Studio City, in Los Angeles.
What's it called? Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Allen.
Allen, Inc.
And what do you sell there?
Terrific.
You sell junk like
All
this?
this sort of
I
thing,
see.
all those
Terrific.
ties.
Yeah.
Joey is at the Sahara.
Joey's at the
February
Sahara in
3rd.
Las Vegas.
I will be, yes.
You will be.
Yes.
And
February 3rd.
February 3rd.
February 3rd.
And
That's
Elizabeth
just
and
around
I
the
will be
corner.
on Tattletales.
What's that?
Elizabeth and I will be on Tattletales.
When are you doing that?
We're taping it on Friday.
How nice.
I'll be doing a film for the Army called Off with the Old and On with the New in Huntsville, Alabama.
Are you putting us on?
No! It's an Army training film. Watch for it.
Oh. Okay, folks. I'm Gene Rayburn, and I hope you'll join me next time for Match Game 77 when These Are the Bodies will have on this stage.
Oh.
Edward Asner, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Marianne Mobley, Richard Dawson, and Patty Doyle.
Oh. Goodbye. Thank you. Match Game 77 next time.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 77, a Mark Crooks and Bill Tottenham production. Stay tuned for Tattletales next over most of the CBS stations.